Sulsum, Final Frediche, Basims. When last we left off, Dave and Yvette have now moved on to become more than just friends. Is this the beginning of a new chapter in Dave's life? Who can say, eh? The future is an unknown, and we are moving into it blindly, with the hope that things will go well for him. But we're not focusing on Dave today, we're focusing on Samuel here, with his large piles of money and no idea what to do with it. But I know what to do with it. We're going to be building a new room on his home. We're going to move that over there and this here, so that we don't accidentally delete these windows when we build a room. By holding down shift here, we can build either a square or a rectangular room, building all the walls needed. I think that might be enough, maybe that might be better. No, I think that is more than sufficient. Or maybe one more. Okay, we'll build one more there. We also want to get rid of the wallpaper in here. Holding down control will delete it. Holding down shift will delete everything either in a room or outside. And there we go, all of that is gone. And I think we have the interior wall here that we want to decorate. It is a little difficult to find the exact wallpaper, especially considering how many wallpapers there are with all the expansions installed. And that, I think, is the right brick. That is indeed the right brick. What about the right flooring? There it is. I already had a check to see where they were, and that is the one that we have. We do want to move this window. We don't want that to be by the fridge. It won't really do any good there. We want one opposite, which I think is there. Excellent. And one window here, and one window there. That window can stay where it is. And we do want a door over here and over here, so we'll put one there for 100, and we'll have to move these in here so that we can put a door over here. There are plenty of ways to now move into this room. You could either go into here, or through there, or through here and in there. Really, it is a myriad of doors that lead to limitless possibilities. What we do want to do now is we want to wait for Samuel to move over here, mainly because we want to move that sofa into the new room. Excellent. We'll put that over here, and consider what else we want to put in here. For instance, we'll put that bookshelf there, the art easel here, and that sofa there. We might as well move the hi-fi system over to here. But we still have a lot of space in here, and nothing really to do with it. I'm sure I'll find something to fill that room up with soon enough. But for now, one light fixture over here will make sure that everything remains illuminated. And I don't think there's anything else we really need to do. All of the money that we put into the walls and the wallpaper and the windows and the doors is pretty much gone. It'll be deducted from the net worth of the house, and while that may seem like a bad thing, having more room for stuff is really good. Because now we can have, for instance, a better table, or a better chair. We can move this, for instance, over here, right by this rug. Actually, maybe we want another one of them to go over here. Might be a good idea. Do we want that one, or do we want this one? Or that one, maybe. Okay, that one is a little bit too expensive. And we don't want that one. Another one of these might not be so bad. There we go. 2 duplicate rugs. That is the Samuel way. We could move this a little more central as well. And I think maybe that will be good. Maybe just having that over the chessboard would be a good thing as well, for a little bit more room. But why have I built an extra room, I hear you ask? Well, the answer is because we're going to be going and getting something to fill that room. We're going to be heading to the old town. Why would Samuel want to go to the old town at this hour? Well, we're about to find out. Ring for that cab, even though you could literally walk to where you want to go. Would you like a cab? We would indeed. There we go. And now we just wait. There is no sofa here, but if we wanted to sit down, we could do so in the new room over here. There's a little bit of room here, and we're going to be using that room. There's also a bit of room here as well. Wait a little while, Samuel. You could go read a book. You do need to fill up that fun bar, but we'll do that later. In fact, I think we'll move out here and wait for the cab to arrive. It should be here by the time we step over to the mailbox, and the newspaper should be here too pretty soon. There it is, and it will save the game, and we move on to a new area, or rather an area that we've already been to. We're going to be going to get a pet. No, not another goldfish. That went very bad the first time around. I don't think Mozart 2 would do any better than Mozart 1, unfortunately. We're going to be getting a more substantial pet in the form of a cat. Alright, off we go here to go and buy a cat, which is a pretty hefty investment as it is. And then we need to go and buy things for the cat, like a bed, and maybe something to eat out of. That would be a very good idea, actually. We want to go over to here quickly before anybody else decides to... Wow, you're running, Samuel! Why are you running? He is very excited for this. We could play with a cat here, or adopt a cat for 399 simoleons. Let's play first, shall we, and see what Samuel thinks about having a cat. Do you like cats, Samuel? I think you may like cats. The cat certainly seems to like him. Excellent. I think that will work. We could browse, but there's no reason to. We're going to adopt a cat right now, while there's nobody here. There appears to be more people here, at an early hour, like 3 in the morning, than there are at 11 or 10. Hello, you. How are you? We would indeed like to adopt a cat, and we will have a female cat, and we get to select the various different ones. We have this one here, this one, this one, and that one. There's a big selection. There's one that's all white there, and there's one here, and one there. There's a lot of cats to choose from. But I know which one that I want to get. I want to get, let's see. There's a lot of cats. I think we'll have this one here. And we do want to adopt that pet? Excellent. We shall pay 399 simoleons. Which, let's face it, we have a lot of simoleons. That is not going to be a problem. This is a big thing that you're doing here, Samuel. Are you sure? Well, there's no turning back now. Get that money out of your back pocket, quite literally, and give it to the store clerk. And now we have a cat. But what is this cat going to be called? This cat is going to be called, let's see, Melisande. There we go. And now the game will load that cat. And now Melisande is in our family. Hello, Melisande. How are you? Are you well? And now Mortimer and Bella are having a conversation, and they don't seem to be getting on very well. Oh dear. I think it's time to leave now. Where is that phone? Is it over here? It is over here. We need to call a cab and go home. There's no reason to hang around anywhere else. After all, we do have a job we kind of need to go to very soon. For a very long time. Off you go, Samuel! Maybe he ran because he heard from Dave how quickly that area fills up. It's like, hey, if you want to go get a cat, you really need to just, run, because otherwise it'll just get full of people. Case in point, there are 2 people in there already. There might be more soon, but we won't find that out. We would like to go home, please. We have Melisande, and we're going to just sit down and relax. There we are. That bench looks rather comfortable. Actually, I think the bench has a rather low comfort stat, but it is high enough for us right now. Sit down and immediately want to go and browse something. We are not going to browse anything right now. We're going to get in here and head back home and buy a few things that we need for Melisande here. There we go. Just move over there. Is Melisande here already? Melisande is here already. Excellent. It's a good thing that there are 3 of them here. Why do buses come in 3s, eh? That is a question that has a pretty interesting answer. We're just going to move now. Excellent. And head back to our lot, and hopefully it won't be 12 o'clock when we get back, as we really don't want to miss work. Aha! Now it is only 9:28, and we don't want that there. There we go. Melisande is here, and Samuel is also here. Brilliant. We want to buy a few things right now. The main thing we want to buy is we want to buy something for a Melisande to sleep in, like the Happy Paws Cuddle Sack here for 175 simoleons. Designed by a homeopathic practitioner with your pet's health in mind, the Happy Paws Cuddle Sack works on the principles of magnetic healing. Magnetic healing? 63 high-Gauss magnets, not high-gas magnets, or at this rate it might as well be. 63 high-Gauss magnets are embedded in its thick foam padding, providing your pet with harmonic relief from life's daily stresses. The Happy Paws Cuddle Sack is made from 100% natural, earth-friendly materials, and is not tested on animals. That seems pretty bad, but it does provide 7 comfort and 7 energy, more than what dog's getting for less price, so we're going to put that right here. Marvellous! What we now need is something for Melisande to eat out of, and we're going to spend 119 simoleons on this. The Annapurna Pet Feeder. In a monastery at the base of Annapurna in Nepal, monks are working day and night to produce dishes that are fit to be used as finger bowls for the Dalai Lama. Bowls deemed slightly irregular have instead been used to feed the monastery's many animal friends. These bowls have finally made their way to you, the discerning pet owner. Treat your pet to a banquet in nirvana each time you feed them. The patience, compassion, and tolerance of the monks who craft these bowls will find its way into your house when you bring home a piece of Annapurna. We're going to put that right here, where we previously had put that sofa. And there's one more thing we need to get, or two rather. We want to get the Dunganator 9000, a very important item indeed. The Dunganator 9000 is a quick, inexpensive way to take care of your cat's business. So simple in design, even mentally challenged cats can figure it out, with some training. Our box is larger and wider than the standard size, which means even the most obese cats fit safely inside. The sturdy cover greatly reduces the chance of kids and dogs gaining unwanted access. The Dunganator 9000 is worth every cent and so much more. Pretty much this is where the cat goes instead of just urinating everywhere, provided that you train the cat enough. And there is one more thing that we need to get, and that is the Scratcherific Scratching Post. Feeling nostalgic for, is that Macram, is it? I think it might be Macram. I do not know how you say that word. Feeling nostalgic for Macram, sand candles and driftwood? Now you can bring the 70s home again with the Scratcherific Scratching Post. This is one groovy addition to your pad. Far out cats everywhere will dig the scratching good feel of the orange shag carpet base and sisal rope shaft. The Scratcherific Scratching Post makes cats fun cheeky? I think it's cheeky? And that's no jive. Alright, we'll put that there for 59, and that's pretty much all we need to do. We could put other things in here, like this play area. That is comfort 4 and energy 6. It's both a bed and a place for comfort all in one. And there is one that's very expensive, and it is that one over there, but we really don't need that right now, mainly because we have this one that is more than good enough. Welcome, Melisande, to your home. We need to get rid of the paper here, and water the plants as soon as possible. We also need to make sure that Melisande is, there are 3 things here. There is hunting, tricks, and obedience. Notice that house training is not one of them. We'll just get rid of this here. Just go inside, Melisande, and make yourself at home. Or just walk around the front area here. I'm sure eventually you'll figure out where everything is. Alright, one thing got rid of here. Melisande will most certainly help out in, aha! You're going to use that immediately, which is fantastic. And now that we've got rid of all of this, we will fill the bowl with food so that Melisande does not go hungry while we're at work, because indeed, we will need to make sure that's full. We will be at work quite a lot, and then we'll water the plants, and I think maybe just read a book for a while. Why not? There we go, 15 simoleons, exactly the same amount of money as filling up the other bowl at Dave's home, except this one just provides even more hunger, which is good value for money. Alright, we don't need to water that one, so in you go into the new room, Dave. I wonder, or rather Samuel actually, my apologies. We're going to read this book. I've no idea why I called him Dave. That's probably because he now has a pet, and now that they both have pets, well, they have different pets, admittedly, maybe Melisande will come round to Dave's home every now and again. Read well, Samuel, for you need to get that fun up as fast as possible. You're going to be going to work in a few hours. Actually, maybe having a small meal might be a good idea, too. And probably talking to Melisande as well, and we can play with and we can teach various tricks, for instance, like dancing and training to dance, and Melisande is just looking at the art easel and scratching there. You need to get rid of that itch, most certainly. Just wait for time to go by a bit, and fun indeed is going up, and Melisande is already enjoying the food offered. It's quite tasty food, that indeed is true. I think we're done with this for now. I think it's... carpool will arrive in an hour. we might as well pet Melisande and make sure that this relationship maintains quite a high level. Already it's at 46, which is really good, but it will go down eventually, and Melisande appears intent at just walking around, but that's okay, because now it is time to pet. Would you like to come over here? Yes, indeed, you would. Who's a good cat? You're a very good cat. Welcome home, Melisande. I'm sure you'll find it quite nice living here. Hopefully, anyway. Alright. Do we want to do anything else right now? I don't think we do. We just want to wait outside for the carpool. Also, we can actually tell Melisande to go over there. We're not going to do that, however. There's no real reason to do so. Or maybe Melisande is going somewhere else right now, and us saying to do that is kind of pointless. Alright, we'll just wait here. It's not going to be very long before we have to go to work. I imagine you're probably going to go and try and eat something. Or use the toilet. We don't need to have you use the toilet right now. It is time for you to go to work, Samuel. Off you go! Is it going to be a nice car? It indeed is going to be quite a nice car, and accidentally cancelled going to work there. I think we need to go to work, Samuel. We don't want to get fired, that's for sure. Not a good start if we missed work now. Alright, go to work and earn some much-needed simoleons, and now we'll watch Melisande go to sleep and then have no energy whatsoever. You might as well just, yep, you had a nap there, and, yep, there's a lot of sleeping going on here. Will you be awake when you appear to be awake, although bladder is not doing very well? We can clean that every now and again. We should probably do that, maybe it's the first thing we do when we get home. But energy really isn't that high for us right now. And money isn't that high either. A lot of money went into building this new room and moving everything into here. A lot of money indeed. And generally everything now is a little bit more inefficient, as the source of fun is now in that room, and the source of comfort when you're not asleep is in that room as well. But it would seem Melisande is enjoying the scratching post, which is fantastic. We're going to empty that as the first thing that we do. Excellent. And unlike Dog, Melisande doesn't seem to be that bothered that we're here whatsoever. There we go. Just empty this out. I wonder if we need to put this in the bin. Ew. Yes, we do. We most certainly do. Fortunately, the bin is just over here. Hello, Melisande. How are you? You are very well indeed, although a bladder could do with being sorted, and hunger. There's plenty of food, however, so that's not a problem. We could go and say hello, but we have a few things that we need to do, like, for instance, wash our hands over here. That is quite a distance to go and wash our hands, although it does make sense if we're handling what was in there. Definitely need to wash our hands after that. What else could we do? Maybe just using the toilet right now is probably the best thing to do, and then going to bed. Because it is very late, it is nearly midnight. At least it's not the other job we had where we started work at midnight. We could also water the plants before we go. Probably a good idea. Just popping out at midnight to go and water these plants and then to bed. We could move that over there actually, just in case we ever get a double bed. Getting a double bed would be a minimal improvement, because this one already gives 9 energy and 9 comfort, whereas the double beds can provide 10 energy or 10 comfort, and the very expensive one gives both 10 energy and comfort, and quite a bit of room. And there Melisande is chasing her own tail for tons of fun and entertainment, although I do like to provide the option of doing something else. Rest well, Samuel, who is definitely not Dave, like I said before. For tomorrow, we do pretty much exactly the same thing, albeit with a lot more energy and even lower hunger. What is Melisande up to? Melisande appears to just be running around, using that, and generally having a ball of a time. Uh-oh! A burglar kind of came here, went, oh wait, it's that place again, and thought better of it. This apparently has happened once before, and I didn't notice when it did. I think it's time to get up. Wow, it's nearly 7 o'clock. Almost the time that people would get up for a different job that didn't work until 11 o'clock, eh? Ah, well, you have plenty of time to do what you need to do. Like have breakfast, and use the toilet, clean the toilet, and then take a shower. And then you might as well just read a book for a while. Why not, eh? It'll provide plenty of entertainment for you. Maybe Melisande will get up before you go. Maybe. Maybe not. But I'm sure she's absolutely fine either way. Seems to be. Resting quite well indeed. Although social has gone down a bit, we will need to work on that. How is that lemon today, Samuel? Is it well? Well, it's going to be eaten, so it's not well done at least. I hope you did not cook that lemon. I don't want to know what happens if you put a whole lemon in with breakfast. I don't think the result would be very good whatsoever. Here we go, that has been dealt with, and Melisande will be awake pretty soon, I think. Pretty soon. Not immediately, but we will see. Here we go. And Melisande is up, ready for the day. And there's plenty of food still in there. Let's quickly have a shower and clean that. And Melisande, is that Melisande begging us, or is that somebody else? Who knows, eh? Who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I think we'll get rid of that so that Melisande can beg Samuel. I'm not sure what for, but hey, might as well. Unless Melisande has got bored and decided to do something else instead. We really need to get that door shut, because that door is, well, we currently phased through it, if you notice there. Is Melisande going to do anything? It would seem that something is going to happen. Either that or Samuel is walking around in a circle. There we go! Interaction! Not quite sure what you're begging for here. Not quite sure, and Samuel doesn't seem to know either. Not even slightly. He's just sort of staring there going, "What do you want, cat?" I have no idea what you want here, but we will play with you, and then we'll go and read a book for a few hours. Keep that social nice and high for you. Just the occasional interaction will do for now. I've no idea what you're doing right now. There we go. And you phase through the wall. Melisande has phase wall powers for some reason. Maybe all cats do. That is how they get to places that you don't expect them to be. Who's a good cat? You're a good cat. Alright, we'll go and read that book. And when we come back, folks, who knows what we might do? We might save a little more money and maybe go somewhere. Maybe downtown. Maybe to Studio Town. Or maybe somewhere else entirely. Who can say, eh? The world is Samuel's oyster right now. And we'll catch you next time, folks. I'll see you then. Dag dag.